This is only the beginning. Y'all know the Game Changers is about to come out soon, so I started checking some stuff out on the internet about it after remembering that Dr. Greger called it the best ever documentary on evidence-based eating. So I'm searching for it, and I noticed Rotten Tomatoes has this film rated at 60%, which seems kind of low and didn't really make much sense to me because they had a 100% audience score. So it seems like there's a little bit of disparity between the critics and the audience. Scrolling down to the reviews, most of the top critics rated the film pretty highly, but I wanted to check out those negative reviews and see what these people are saying. And what I found was a comedy goldmine. So hit that subscribe button for an extra squirt of special sauce on your bunless Big Mac, because you're about to realize how much this film is going to trigger every mother***ing body. So the first review is by Susan G. Cole. You know, elite athletes, plant-based diets, but science. Science can get confusing. And after she became confused by science, she decided that a segment on the meat industry's marketing techniques was too long. She would prefer that they just compare it to tobacco marketing and be done with it. Rather than explain how these industries are creating customers for life, cementing you into their revenue streams, she would rather have just seen that part wrapped up a little quicker. Of course, showing off plant-based athletes' strength and performance is just an appeal to vanity. And don't forget that men's virility is problematic. Looks like Susan G. Cole even had to regretfully issue a correction on this review when she previously tried to erroneously bash one of the men in the film for eating what she thought was dairy cheese, but was actually plant-based cheese. It's like this woman didn't even know that plant-based cheese was a thing. But what do you expect when she was confused by science? This upcoming film review is even better, so stay with me. Next, we've got Elazar Fine, who calls The Game Changers a dull warning about the myth of meat. Nah. This is a very thorough review, but I want to focus on the best criticism dude has to offer. He says that academic studies, doctors, scientists, athletes, and other experts attempt to prove in the film that 1, meat is bad for you, 2, there are a couple of big meat companies keeping us all enslaved to our carnivorous habits through propaganda, and 3, that vegans are way cooler and more manly than carnivores, and that their erections are stronger too. Yeah, I can see why he'd be upset by a film that tried to relay this information. And his response to this information is to say that it's obvious that meat is bad for you to a degree, but there really isn't anything to see here about meat industry propaganda, and if you can't get a hard-on, you should just tell the producer of the film to go away. God, that's weak. This is where dude goes full SJW. He complains there's a segment of the movie that proves how what you eat determines the girth and duration of your erections literally the same day. Because who wouldn't want to know that, right?
Can't what?
Can't even get an erection.
Then he criticizes the film for ascribing to what he calls traditional gender norms.
That poor man is pouring out his heart.
I'm still flaccid.
Okay.
Now, personally, I never took gender studies classes in college, so I don't know what the hell he's talking about, but it sounds like dude is offended that there might be men out there who don't want to have a weak dick and might want to be empowered by a film that leads them to stop eating animal products that cause weak dick.
Okay.
What's an erection?
Of course, if you're interested in health information and science related to sexual performance, That's just a juvenile penis discussion, according to this beta couch surfing neckbeard. It seems from how triggered and emotionally invested this guy became in discouraging people from seeing the film that he would prefer to eat meat than to be able to perform sexually and maintain an erection. So just for fun, I scrolled through some of his other reviews and I noticed that he gave high marks to this film where a housewife takes on the personality of a vicious dog. I can see how if you were offended by so-called gender norms, that you would love a film where the mother of a family assumes the identity of the dog. If you really want to transcend masculinity, you need to embrace solipsism and grow that neck beard out into a neck bun. That's right, film review guy, a neck bun. Yep, I think this movie review guy would fit great into the carnivore community. But like I said at the start of this video, this is just the beginning. This film is going to generate unseen before levels of cringe backlash from across the spectrum. Not just low carb people, not just carnivore people. Expect a full-blown media backlash. Why do you think this film hasn't come out yet? I've already talked about some of the reasons I think it's been delayed in a previous video, which I'm going to link at the end of this video, as part of the Game Changers playlist on this channel. Make sure to check out the thumbnail for more exclusive content about the Game Changers right now. Y'all know what time it is. Red Pill Vegan. Next.
Bitches love us.
They love us. What they do?
They love us.
That's right, pimpin'.